might have seen Instagram's viral flash filter. It makes a regular phone picture look like it was taken on film, with this bright, nostalgic 90s looking flash effect. And this aesthetic is very popular. But this filter uses AI, and I know a lot of people who are trying to stay away from using AI, myself included. And so for us, if we want to achieve this look, we gotta do it the fun way, using an actual flash. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to get this aesthetic with an on-camera flash and some creative editing techniques. I'll be using this, the Godox V1 mid-end flash head, and some of the accessories in this accessories kit. I don't know how they fit them all in here, and I can't get them all back in, so now it doesn't close. I'll also show you some of the edits that I make to my photos in Photoshop to get this film-like effect. So, my first tip for getting this look is that the flash has to be brighter than the surrounding environment. On a bright day, that means that you gotta crank it way up. You also wanna point the flash more or less directly at the model. In some of these clips, you'll see me using the bounce card to soften the flash a bit, or the dome diffuser, but for this look, you really wanna do a bare flash straight to the face for best results. I'm also shooting with a wide-angle lens for most of these shots. It's a 10 to 20 millimeter lens. I find that it gives a nostalgic impression and kind of mimics the lenses that are attached to disposable cameras. Also, this wide-angle look was really popular in the 90s. And the wide-angle lens has utility because it helps me get close to the model so that the flash hits her more directly, but I'm still able to get a lot of the surrounding area in frame. It's perfect for this style of flash photography. For this shoot, I chose some locations that would feel grungy and underground so that I wouldn't have to shoot with the flash at full brightness for the whole shoot. I tried a few different techniques that work best when you're doing on-camera flash work. Here, I'm trying the motion blur thing with a low shutter speed and high aperture. I didn't love the results, but it's an interesting thing to try. Okay, so now that you have your raw photos, take them into Photoshop and make some adjustments to give them that film-like vintage look. First off, you want to increase the green tint in the shadows, because underexposed film often has a greenish hue, and that is really easy to replicate in post. You also want to add a very slight red or orange tint to the highlights to imitate halation. You can soften the blacks overall and add a touch of nostalgic grain for that film-like printed quality. I made a few creative adjustments with dodge and burn and some color balance layers, and voila! 90s nostalgia without AI. I hope you found this video helpful. I would like to give a huge thank you to Godox for making this video possible.